Hi, Twin Flames, hi, light workers. Lisha and Andy here. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm just going to jump on and do a brief video for you guys. I know I haven't been on here in a couple weeks, and that is partly due to a lot of the heavy energies that I've been feeling lately in terms of what's going on in the U.S. as far as recent world events and U.S. events have left me a little bit, you know, trying to struggle to find where I'm at in all of this, as well as to understand what has happened. I will say that listening to Archangel Michael's on his channel, if you haven't looked at that already, there is a link in the description box that I'll leave for you. But he had a really great insight as to why things happened the way they did with the recent U.S. election, and very, very helpful because I needed some uplifting myself after what had happened. So this has really affected me and several of the people here in the U.S. So if you're watching on this channel and you're in the United States and you've seen what's recently happened in the last couple of weeks with the election, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You felt the same things. If you were not wanting a certain person to be in office, but they ended up winning. So it's just very hard when these things happen, but we all know that things happen for a reason. And Archangel Michael really did clear that up for me when I was listening to his video. And so if you go on their page and check out their YouTube channel, they have a YouTube channel and they have an Instagram page as well as TikTok. And they do little short videos of Archangel Michael, which he has been contacted through hypnosis. So remember that this is something that has been done through the help of people that I trust and would never steer you guys wrong as to this information. So just know that whatever you hear from the people on this channel, they're called Archangel Hypnosis, is very true, correct, real, and also, they have their way of validating their own experiences through source, through the gifts that they have. So this is part of it. A lot of us will have different gifts in this connection, and they are a lovely twin flame couple who have contact with Archangel Michael through hypnosis. Okay, so check that channel out. Archangel Hypnosis is in the description box below. And so every time I really feel like I've been through something, I go to them. They're amazing at helping me. I've had sessions with them. So, it's so good for you guys to have at least one trusted source on this journey when it comes to listening to someone who can help you through things, And I'm so thankful that you guys are on this channel and listening to me, especially if you're in a CTF or Celebrity Twin Flame connection, because as you guys know, I've been trying to maintain this channel for music, but then I ended up going into Celebrity Twin Flame experience because I'm in one myself. And so I promised you guys I will let you know and in my next update, or in my future updates, where I stand on my own personal journey. And I'm happy to let you guys know that I'm in communication, and I have been for a little while now. And as I told you guys in several previous videos, when you're in communication, it's not so easy all the time. So you have to be able to have patience and allow for certain things to unfold naturally the way they should between you and your person. So especially if they're a celebrity, because they may not have, all the avenues that you might want to see them coming through in order to be with you, first of all, and in order to even give you peace of mind at times too. So it could be a very rocky start when it comes to communication, because you have to learn how to trust your instinct, your intuition. You have to learn how to know what is being said is true and real. And then you have to be able to point things out that may not be right, in certain situations. You have to have boundaries. You have to be able to stick with your boundaries. You have to be able to express your feelings, your emotions, when it comes to knowing whether you feel like you're not getting everything you feel like you deserve in the connection. So there are several things that go along with the final stages of this journey, which in the last video I made, I was able to break down to you guys How do I really know if I'm in a celebrity twin flame or CTF connection? And I feel that that video was so helpful for a lot of you guys. I even have a testimony that I'm going to read to you guys. Some of the things that were mentioned in this email that I got. And it was such a beautiful email from one of our soul sisters on the channel. So I'm going to be reading you guys some of that. But just letting you know that, like I said in that video, you know, if you haven't hit certain marks on that video as far as stages, then you may not be in a celebrity twin flame connection. But if you are, if you think that you've been in a celebrity twin flame connection and you really want confirmation on that, the video is very helpful as a guide for you to know whether you're on the right path and whether you are headed towards the final stages, which is communication and union with your twin flame or CTF. So all of the things that, you know, we do on this journey are purposeful. All of the signs and synchronicities are meant to help keep you on your journey, to help keep you strong, to make sure that you know that this is going to happen for you in this lifetime. And anyone who says otherwise is not telling you the truth. So everyone that's here now that has incarnated with their twin flame is going to come into union with their twin flame if they do the work, if they choose to be involved with their mission, and if they decide that this is what they want. You have a choice still. You still have free will as to whether or not you want to settle down with your celebrity twin flame or twin flame. Now, I'm going to be just addressing both at this time, so I'm not going to really specify until I get to the part where I'm reading the email. But if you are wanting to have union with your twin flame, you're meant to have it in this lifetime. If you become aware that you're a twin flame and you know that your twin flame has reincarnated here on earth at the same time as you, because you met them or you have had some kind of revelation that this is your twin flame, and you've been able to go through the stages that I spoke about in the last video. And there are other YouTube readers and other YouTube channels that have very good information too, as far as how to tell if you're in a twin flame connection or not. I do have some of those videos also listed in my playlist section on what is a twin flame. So I have lots of resources on the channel for you guys. So if you're brand new to the channel, you don't know what a twin flame is, you're trying to figure out if you're in one, in a twin flame connection, there's a whole playlist section dedicated to that. There's a playlist section dedicated to helping you to heal your chakras and to become in a more aware, spiritually aware state so that you can open yourself up to love again. There are playlists on this channel that are designed to help you with healing your own personal wounds from childhood or from the past. And those are all of the music videos that I started doing at the very beginning when I did first create the channel. I was using my own music and songs that I had written in order to break down the lyrics for you guys so you can see exactly what healing energy is coming through the songs, okay? There's healing energy throughout all the songs that you listen to that are of a higher vibration, okay? There's healing energy in the lyrics. There's healing energy in the melodies. There's healing energy in the meditation music that you listen to. And I love to sit and meditate with music. I love to recharge my crystals with music, okay? So I do a lot of things. I recharge my crystals with music. I also recharge my crystals by going into the sun with them, not going into the sun, but sitting in sunlight. Like when I go to the beach, I take my crystals and I lay them out on the rocks so that they can be bathed in sunlight. I also have put them in the moonlight when there's a full moon. So I charge my crystals that way, but I love to charge my crystals with music and sound because I'm into sound therapy. I'm into healing through music. That is part of my mission. I'm going to be doing that with my own twin flame. And so this is such an important stage for me to have on my journey, is the healing process where I know what helps me out, what helps me to go through the most healing on my journey. And it's music, okay? So I will always post more music for you guys, just like I did a couple of videos right before I got on here. And, so one of them, Spirit Lead Me, excuse me, is just very touching. That song has been on my mind all day. Someone played it at work and it just led me to want to go and learn the lyrics and sing that song. So it's already getting a lot of views on YouTube here. So, I feel like that's going to be one of my best shorts that I'm going to have, because that song is just powerful. It helps you to understand that there's a bigger picture here in all of this that we're doing. Source is really guiding us to come together as far as community is concerned, as far as knowing who your soul tribe is, your soul family. That's another thing that I wanted to mention, is that when you're on this journey, you do go through a hermit phase, which is after you go through the love bubble phase. And if you did have contact with your twin flame, then you may end up speaking with them for a time, or having communication, or maybe even meeting up with them for a time. But then you're going to end up going into a separation if there's more healing work that needs to be done. And most of us have more healing work that needs to be done individually. And so once you do that, you're going to have a hermit mode stage, where you're going to be in solitude, and you're going to be forced in a gentle way by spirit to work on yourself. You're going to be forced to work on all of those things that are keeping you from living your highest and best version of yourself. And there are going to be things that you're going to need to have ready when you do finally come into communication with your twin flame again. So there will be things that won't happen until, for example, celebrity twin flame connections really won't happen as far as communication is concerned, until you meet certain things on your journey, certain requirements on your journey that will allow you to hold those energies in place, allow you to be able to hold the energies that are necessary for your celebrity twin flame to be able to communicate with you in such a way, whereas you're going to have to really rely on your intuition, your faith, to guide you as to what is being said and what's the next step for you and your twin flame. Okay. So just know that these things are definitely happening right now for several of us. And if you're in the very early stages of the CTF connection or any twin flame connection, I want to just encourage you to continue doing the things that you need to do personally to find out whether or not you are in the personal tower stage or the love bubble phase, whether you're ready to even have a conversation with your twin flame, because at the very beginning, you may not be. You might have a lot of insecurities that you still need to work on before you can really meet your twin flame with confidence. Okay, so all of those things will be brought up in tower moments for you to be able to address them, for you to be able to understand how you're going to be able to maintain this connection and the energies that are within it. Okay, so there are energies in your twin flame connection that are very strong and powerful, frequencies that only you and your twin flame are matched to. And so you may have karmic partners right now. You may have third-party situations that you're in. Like I told you in the previous videos as well, if you're in a karmic party, if you have a karmic partner and are in a third-party situation, then your twin flame may be as well, and vice versa. So the karmic partners don't have to just be romantic lovers. They could be family members. They could be management teams. They could be PR people. They could be, if they're a celebrity, they could be their job, their bosses. It could be whatever mission they might be involved in as well. Maybe they've poured a lot of energy and time into their mission and money, and maybe they are at a point where they're not really looking for a connection or having a relationship with someone at this time. But they're always going to have that hole in their heart, that empty space for you. Okay, so that is the part that they are going to eventually wake up and realize that is, they may have everything they might think that they need in life except for their other half. And so if your twin flame is truly your twin flame, they will seek you out just like you're seeking them out. And they may not know exactly who you are at the beginning. They may have clues. They may have people recommending that they look at your page or your Instagram or whatever it is. Or maybe they stumble upon your artwork or whatever it is that your mission is involved with. They stumble upon something that is going to help connect them with you. Okay? So this is why I said it's very important for you to have your presence on social media, especially if you have a connection that is very difficult for you to meet with that person in person. If you're having difficulty with meeting with your person in the physical, you're going to need to have a social media presence, and they will find it through way of spirit. Spirit is guiding them to be able to find you, just like spirit is guiding you to find them and to be able to understand what they mean to you as far as what your connection is. We all started at that point. We all started at the point where we were wondering, what is this? You know, what kind of connection is this? It's different from all of the other romantic relationships you've ever had. And you don't really know how to navigate through this connection until you start learning what a twin flame is. So we've all been there. I started out that way too. I didn't know what a twin flame was when I first started understanding what my twin flame meant to me. So the other thing I want to share with you guys is that the signs and synchronicities are getting very, very strong in my connection. I'm almost every day seeing his birthday and my birthday on license plates. Sometimes it is so funny, you guys. I will see his birthday on a car that's right in front of me, and then my birthday numbers on the next car over in the next lane. It's so crazy. It's been happening like that for me. I've been seeing my twin flame's name everywhere. Even in my emails, it'll just pop up. And the most super exciting thing is that I've recently been hearing my twin flame's name mentioned in YouTube videos, as well as his songs being sung sometimes even. And a lot of times, you know, another way I would connect with him is through his music, because he is a musician. He's a singer-songwriter. And so he would, I would be in my car, and I would just ask Spirit to just, you know, use Spotify to show me something about my twin flame. And, you know, sometimes I would be asking for a sign like that, but other times I might just be driving in the car, not really paying attention to wanting any signs, but then his music would come on. His song would pop up on my Spotify playlist. So it's just really, really funny that these things will happen even more when you're about to be in communication, or when you're in communication with your twin flame, just to reassure you that you're on the right path. If you're starting to not see things like signs and synchronicities anymore, you just might need to be focusing on you and your own situation, your own karmic connection, and maybe, like I said, love the one you're with at the time. But if you're really, really seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities, that's a good indicator that you're very, very close to either having your first meeting with your CTF, or you're going to be in communication soon, or maybe there will be some other type of sign and synchronicity to help you to be more encouraged to keep moving forward on your journey with your own healing, okay? That is very important for you to know. So healing work is a must do on this journey. If you don't do your healing work, you're going to keep looping through karmic cycles, looping through the same kind of connections until you realize what you need to heal in your own life, okay? Until you start to look the part and start to see your glow up happening. You're going to start seeing things around you getting better as far as your financial state. Everything gets better right before you get to meet or have a communication with your twin flame. Karmic partners, you end up cutting those off at the right time, and it's not a painful cutoff. It's just a amicable cutoff, because you realize, hey, you know, I have to move forward with my journey, and if I want to do that, I really do have to let this go. But you're not going to end up doing that until it's the right time for you. If it's not time for you to come into communication or union just yet, you will continue to be in your karmic partner's situation. It will feel very comfortable to you until it doesn't. And then when it doesn't, then you'll be forced to try to, you know, to make a decision. And so no one can tell you that except you. You can't, you know, go to a reader and ask them, well, what do I need to do? When do I need to leave my karmic partner? No, this is your journey. You are the one that is manifesting this connection, as well as your twin flame. But as the divine feminine, you are the spiritual twin. And so whatever you do in the physical is also reflected in the spiritual world. So if you cut off connections that are not healthy for you, it's also happening from your spiritual higher self, which is helping you to do that. And then your twin flame in the physical world will do the same. You will see that reflected in them. I'm not telling you that in order for you to say, oh, well, since you just said that, now I need to go cut off my karmic partner so my twin flame will cut off his karmic partner or her karmic partner. No, that's not what I mean at all. I'm just saying that if you decide to make these kind of choices in the physical world, because your higher self is guiding you to do that, and as well as your twin flames higher self, then you will start to see differences in your twin flames life as well. They may take a little more time to do it than you, but they will do it. They will eventually do it in their own time when they are healing, because at the same time that you are choosing to heal in the physical world your own wounds, you are encouraging them spiritually to do the same in their physical world. Okay, so your souls are always connected because you're one soul in two different bodies, split into two different bodies. And your higher selves are always conversing in the 5D. So you will always have communication in the 5D with them. You'll be able to have full-on conversations with your twin flame. Someone mentioned that in the last video as well, whereas they have full-on conversations with their twin flame. I mean, they're just sitting right next to them, okay? So I wanted to share these things with you guys because I wanted to give you some encouraging words, as well as let you know there are people that are emailing me and letting me know that they are going through these stages, okay? And that's what I want to get to now before I close this video out. I will be doing more spirit baby readings very soon. Like I said, I had to get over a lot of the discouraging news things that happened in the past couple weeks, as well as to understand what this is going to mean as far as a change in, America's history as well as future. There's going to have to be a lot of strength and coming together. Like I said, community is going to be very important in these next few years as far as developing a strong sense of community in order for you to stay uplifted, and also to work on your mission. The missions are going to be very important from a spiritual sense because we are going to be needed more than ever, called upon more than ever now to help keep people's spirits uplifted. This is part of what we're here to do as light workers. We need to help step in at this time when there's so much discouraging things happening, that we need to be able to uplift the ones that are scared, the ones that are full of fear and anxiety about the future. We are here to guide them into a more calmer state, and also to continue to work on helping those who just need to be guided into knowing that they are loved and that they are definitely going to find love in this lifetime, okay? And whatever form that comes in for them. Everybody's not going to have the same experience when it comes to having a twin flame in this lifetime, but eventually, our souls graduate to a higher level of consciousness where we will be able to reincarnate and come back here and perhaps meet our twin flame if it's not meant for us to meet them in this lifetime. So if you are one of the really fortunate souls that are going to be helping guide these souls into their, next level, then you're going to need to understand how to do the healing work on yourself so that you can use that same healing technique that you're using for yourself, whatever works best for you. For me, it's music, to help others, okay? So you might have another gift that is going to be helping you help others. So you might be into Reiki, you might be into crystal healing and therapy. You might be into an herbalist. You might be someone who's here to help find new ways for us to be healthy, physically healthy. You never know. There's so many different things that you are here to do as light workers that are going to be very important for you to hone in on right now and develop, and make sure you're really, really working your skill and your trade and your gifts to the maximum, because the gifts are meant to be shared. And if you're not sharing your gifts with others, then you're just pretty much delaying your twin flame union also, because you're going to need to be in some kind of awareness and activeness about what your mission is in order for you and your twin flame to come together. It's all connected, you guys. So please understand that the stages do take time for you to get through them, because there are certain things that you have to do in order for you to go to the next stage, okay? And if you want to know more about what that process looks like, go back to that last video that I just put out and watch it, okay? And watch some of the other videos on navigating your twin flame journey, your celebrity twin flame journey, or what if I'm in a I forget the other ones, but they're all in the description box or in the playlist section for you to go look at the playlist section and see what resonates with you. What playlist title is resonating or calling out to you to look at, and then go through all the videos in that in that playlist until you finish, okay? So there's different, like I said, there's several different resources on this channel for you guys, okay? So now I'm going to read the, I'm not going to read it verbatim, word for word, because I want to keep this person's information, you know, private, as far as I'm not going to mention any names, and I'm not going to mention any specific details. But I just wanted to give you guys an example of the kind of beautiful email that I received telling me that the last video that I put out, which was, excuse me, how do I really know if I'm in a celebrity twin flame connection or not? She wanted me to understand that she had fit all of those stages, except, you know, all the stages that she's gone through are the same ones that I said. And I told you guys in the video that if you haven't gone through at least 3 of the stages, then you might want to reconsider if you're in a CTF connection or not. But this person has gone through 5 stages, okay? 5 of the stages that I mentioned. So, and the beautiful part was that she really laid it out to me, and it gave me a very clear view of what I just had said in the video on paper, or on this, you know, this digital screen here. I was able to really see, excuse me, how that video affected her, because she wrote each stage and how it affected her in her life and her CTF journey. So, thank you to my soul sister who gave me this video, this email, who sent me this email to show me and to show you guys. I told her, I asked her for permission to use this email as a way for you guys to know that there are others out there who are going through this similar thing. Okay, and this is what she agreed to do, as long as I kept her anonymous. Okay, so thank you so much. And I'm just going to hit on some of the topics and not really go through much detail, but I want you guys to see that people are going through these stages, and there is such a thing as a celebrity twin flame connection. We are meant to come into union with our twin flames, and there are people who are going through this and experiencing this just like me and just like you, okay? So that is the main thing I want you to take away from this, okay? So, this says, just writing to say that I watched your new video, and I really appreciate you for shedding some light on the CTF topic, or celebrity twin flame topic. As you were describing the stages, oh my God, I could relate to everything. Okay. Stage 1, dark night of the soul. She goes on to explain that she had some events that in her life that, you know, were very difficult for her, and that she had to, you know, had to really evaluate what was going on in her life. So that led her to the stage 2. And she says that she was starting to get more into spirituality, watching videos, trying to understand what it is that she's been going through and why she had certain tower moments in her life. I was telling you guys about all these things. I get goosebumps just listening to me saying it back, you know, to you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are going to be helped by the fact that you have another witness here, another person who has come forward and given me a breakdown for you to see that this is real. This is happening to people, okay? This is real. Celebrity twin flame connections are real. But you just need to make sure that you are really, really in one. And the way to do that is to go back and watch that video that I just put out not too long ago. Okay, so she had to go through the spiritual aspect of it, where she started to feel that there was a change coming in her life that she needed to make a change in her own personal life, okay? She did know and felt that there was someone out there for her, okay? Which a lot of us do at the beginning. We go through our tower moments, our dark nights of the soul, but we definitely still feel that there's someone out there meant for us. And that's what she said in the stage 2. While she was going through her spiritual awakening, she was realizing there is someone else out there, and she always felt that presence that was of the other person. You know, maybe she didn't have a name or know where this person was or know how to find them, but she had a feeling, a gut feeling deep down inside that there was someone else meant for her out there. And this is the same thing your CTF has in them. They have a gut feeling that there's someone else out there meant for them, that is because you are the same soul split into two different bodies, and you will always look for each other, okay? No matter what they say in the physical, or in their 3D self, what their 3D self is saying, or what you're seeing on their social media, no matter none of that, you still feel drawn to each other. You're gravitating to each other through that magnetic pull that you have, because you are twin flames, okay? Stage 3, she went through stage 3, figuring out who her celebrity twin flame was. Her celebrity twin flame is a singer, so she was hearing him sing. A lot of times, if you are in a celebrity twin flame connection, that's the first time you're going to experience your twin flame and their singer is through one of their songs, okay? Maybe not even through seeing them physically or noticing them, in pictures, but it could be from the song. And what happened to me. I was captivated by one song in particular that my twin flame was singing. And I was looking at his eyes because there was a still photo of him with the song playing in the background on Instagram. And that song just captivated me. I was bawling my eyes out when I saw that this person had a deeper meaning to me, and that I didn't know what it was until I started researching it further, okay? So, this person says she had an urge to know him, and she had this constant feeling that she needed to find this connection and find what it is to her, okay? And then she started to understand that she was a twin flame, and that there was more to this twin flame journey that she needed to research about. And so she started to, like I said, this is the awakening stage, where you go through learning who you are as a spiritual being, waking up to the fact that you're not just in this physical body, but you have a spiritual essence as well, that is your guiding light, that is helping you to get through all of these things and to find who you truly are. And then you also start to awaken to the fact that you're a twin flame and what that means to you, okay? So so stage 3, she basically identified who her celebrity twin flame was. She understood that she had a mission here. Basically understanding that she was in a twin flame journey, and that's in and of itself a mission, okay? Being a twin flame is a mission, okay? So once you realize that that's what you're in, then you start learning what the definition of a twin flame is and how to go about being more confident about your connection, okay? So you may not always at first know exactly what it is that you're involved with, because, Spirit will lead you to the right resources, okay? Spirit will lead you to YouTube channels, or I found a lot of helpful information on Quora and Instagram at first. I was getting a lot of things popping up on my feed. This is how Spirit works. Spirit will use technology to help you find out the answers that you need on your journey. And this is how you found my channel as well. So thanks, Spirit, for helping to guide you here if you're in this kind of a connection, okay? So stage 4, she says she started seeing so many signs of synchronicities after she started to become awakened to the fact that she was a twin flame, and that she had a twin flame. And she started seeing different signs of synchronicities, 11:11, 12:12, and 22:22. Every time she would look at her watch, she said that there was a lot of different things that were being shown to her in videos, things that would pop up. And for me, that was the same thing. That was very true too. I would look for videos and interviews on my, that my twin flame would have given, or he didn't give the interview, but he answered the questions from the interviewer. But I would find videos on him being interviewed just so I could hear his voice, just so I could hear his speaking voice. It was so, soothing to me. So I kept looking for more and more videos on, my twin flame giving interviews. And it was just so comforting to me. And sometimes, I may not even really pay attention to what he's saying, but yes, I did, because it would reach my soul. Whatever it was that he said, that if I watched the video enough times, like not like a lot of times in a row, but there would be times when I would go back to a video that I had already watched just to hear his voice, and something new would jump out at me that he had said, or not jump out at me, but it was like I saw another sign within that video of him and me having similarities, certain things like maybe the foods what he liked to eat, or the music he liked to listen to. He would talk about those in his interviews. Excuse me, what he had been into lately, And so that would also be something I would listen to the music that he had said in his interview that he was into right at that time. And so I would go back for several, I wouldn't just listen to recent interviews. I went back to many interviews that he had done, even in his very early years. And it was just all fascinating to me because it was a way for me to feel more connected with him. And so I would always be appreciative whenever a new video would pop up on my feed that I had never seen before. That's basically what I was trying to say, is that I would get excited about the videos that I had never seen before popping up. And it wouldn't be like, I can still find things popping up on my feed to this day that I haven't even seen before with him in it. And it'll be just such a surprise. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, and I'd want to watch the whole thing, it might even be less than 5 minutes long, but I would want to watch it and see what else I could learn about our connection and through those videos. Okay. So not only that, I was watching videos of him. I was seeing the number signs too all the time, especially early on in the beginning of the journey. And I was also seeing his name everywhere. I saw my twin flame's name. She says the same thing. His name kept getting spoken by people, or she would see his name. Okay. And that's some same thing with me. I would see his name on buildings, on street signs, on, now I'm seeing them in my emails and, just from different, things that will pop up. I see them on trucks or whatever it is that I see his name on, the same type of thing as what this person is describing that she's been seeing, and then hearing his song. Oh my God, you guys, I was in a cafe and I heard his song played. And this is not common because his music is very popular, yes, but to certain sects of people, not sex, but sects, I would say, of people, is he more popular. And so I would never have expected to hear his song being played in this bakery. And actually, as a matter of fact, I want to tell you guys a brief story. I was supposed to meet a friend at a bakery, and I ended up going to the wrong one because when I tapped on the GPS, that she sent me a link, and I tapped on the link when I got in the car to go to the bakery, it sent me to the wrong bakery. Oh my God, you guys, it's getting me chills because this is recently that this happened. So I missed my friend at this bakery because I didn't get there to the right one, and it was too far away for me to turn around and go to the one that she was at. So I had to just, decide that we're going to have to meet up another time. But my friend was saying, you know what? Please still try the food. Go inside and try it. I had never been to this bakery before. She said it's very, very good. And so I was like, okay, I'll still get something and take it, on my way back home. And as a matter of fact, she had said that I was texting her. She had texted me that and said, try some of the food before you leave. And it was very crowded at this bakery. I was like, well, it must be good. There's a lot of people here. But I was planning to just get back in my car and drive home as soon as I realized that I had gone to the wrong location. But she had texted me that, and so I was like, okay, I'll go inside and get something, even though it was crowded, the line wasn't too ridiculously long that I had to stand in. So I went in there, and lo and behold, when I stepped back into that bakery, I kid you guys not, my Twin Flame song was playing. And so I was like, if nothing else, me missing the right bakery and going to this other bakery at that particular moment, almost not going inside, and then being asked to go inside by my friend to buy something just so I could hear that song, it was worth it. Okay? To me, it was worth it because I would have never guessed that his song would be playing in a bakery like that. And I was just taken away. I was blown away. And it also has happened at my job. I've heard his song being played, and it's actually on the rotation list for the elevator music, and it plays it would be playing every other day. Like there would be a playlist of music that my job would play, and I would recognize the songs, and they would repeat themselves every couple of days. So his song would come on every other day at different times of the day. But it would always come on when I would really, really miss him or need reassurance about him the most. So I would hear his song being played at my job, and I never, ever have I had his song played at any other job that I worked at. And I work in retail, and so it was a shock to me when I got to this job. And I've been at this new job since March. When I got to this new job, it was a complete shock. On the very first day that I heard his song, which was 1 or 2 days after I started, I heard his song being played. I said, this has never happened. Whereas I heard his song in my workplace, because it just didn't happen. So I was feeling very blessed to have been able to go to a new location and have his song being played, and I could hear it every other day at my job, and it was just very comforting for me. So these are some two very, very strong synchronicities that I've had recently, that to let me know that my twin flame thinks about me as well. As well as when I told you guys that I would hear his music when I would get into my family members. Every single family member that I rode in their car with at some point in time over the last few years has had one of his songs played on the radio. I am not lying. Every single family member. And that's what baffled me, is because I'm like, my family doesn't listen to his music like that. So how come it's popping up on their radio? It was so crazy. I'm like, Spirit, I'm like, are you serious right now? And I would get teary-eyed because it was just that powerful that I knew that my family members didn't listen to him like that. And so it was just, it was meant to shock me. It was meant to give me that reassurance. Yes, this is real. Yes, this is happening. Yes, 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 yes. Signs and synchronicities are like big yeses from the universe, okay? So this person has also said she saw signs, number signs. She heard her twin flame song being played. She heard his name being spoken by people. And so, if you guys are seeing these things, yes, this is your yes. That is supposed to happen for you, okay? And then stage 5, she says she did her love bubble phase also. And she did hers alone, just like me. That is one of the main differences in a celebrity twin flame connection, is that you may do a love bubble phase, but it might be you're doing it without having met your twin flame yet. And so this is what differentiates a celebrity twin flame connection from a twin flame connection. You guys are not seeing your twin flame yet because it's kind of hard because they're a celebrity. So you have to go through a lot of these stages on your own, just with the hope and the knowing that one day you're going to be able to meet this person because you've dreamt about it. Dreams are very, very important key indicators that you're going to be with this person. If you're dreaming about it, that's you helping to manifest this into the physical, okay? If you're having dreams about being with this person, and especially after you've listened to their music and you've connected with them in the 5D and you start to feel them in the 5D, that's a very, very big sign that you're going to be with this person in the future, okay? So she went through her love bubble phase, and she was, really, really passionate about this person when she understood what his role in her life is as a twin flame, okay? So she started to understand what twin flames meant, and she started meditating, and they started having their 5D communication, okay? So, a lot of us don't really get really excited too much about the fact that they're a celebrity, because once we start really getting into this connection, we realize it's going to be hard. It's going to be very, very hard for us to meet this person. And we're starting to wonder, how am I going to ever meet this person? And what is it that's going to help hold us together? We might start having a lot of insecurities about who we are and what we might feel that other person is viewing us as a celebrity, because they might have been with different types of women. Like, for example, my celebrity twin flame has been with different kinds of women that I might not fit that description, as far as really slim and a lot of them are models, type people. And, it made me self-conscious. It made me insecure at the beginning, because I thought, well, what if he doesn't like what I have? What if he doesn't like this? I'm pretty like a nice thick chick. Okay. So what if he doesn't like thick chicks? But I started to learn that I had to love myself regardless, And so that is something that I worked through, and I was able to really understand that I can embrace all my curves and all the aspects of myself and feel very, very sexy and confident in that, you know. And now I have no problem with it. And nobody else had a problem with it either. My exes and everybody else didn't have a problem with, you know, the way I am. So it was, you know, something that I had to embrace for myself. They will bring out these insecurities in you so that you can heal them. Okay. So let's go on to the next stage. She said she realizes that they haven't met in the physical yet, but she understands that as soon as that her life changes, and you know that things happen in her life that are going to lead her into meeting her twin flame for the first time. So she's gone through 5 of the stages, right? And she knows that she has confidence and she has hope and faith and trust in her journey enough to know that because of all the things that she experienced so far, it's a strong indicator leading her to know that she's going to have her union in this physical 3D world in this lifetime with her twin flame eventually. So I want to say thank you again to the person who sent me this email. If you guys need help on your journey, on your CTF journey, email me and let me know so that I can help you, okay? I will be giving Mission Magic coaching sessions again, as well as I will be doing a lot of the things that I started doing earlier on. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do personal spirit baby readings, but I'm thinking, you know, if you guys want it, if you want to see spirit baby readings individually from the cards that I've made, then let me know. And so I can start putting that together. But I will be doing the rest of the spirit baby cards very, very soon. They're really, really excited about, you know, getting the messages out that they have for you guys. But the other thing was that they realized that there was a big shift in energy last week with what's going on in the U.S. as well. So a lot of times your angels, your spirit guides will put you on pause for a while when something major happens like that. Plus, we're getting ready to go into another Mercury retrograde just before Thanksgiving. So just be aware that it's okay if you have to take time out and take breaks on things sometimes, because you have to go based on what your emotional availability is at the time, as well as your energetic availability is. You're a spiritual being, and so it's very important for you to cleanse your energy every day. You know, sage or crystals or whatever you use, candles to help you clear your energy. Do it, because it's very important at this time to help you with maintaining your energy levels, okay? Thank you guys so much for listening. This was supposed to be a short video, but as you know, I'm always the one that keeps on having things come through me through spirit. So I'm not at all upset about the fact that this video took as long as it did. I'm just so happy to be able to share this with you guys, this lovely email. And I want you guys to reach out to me if you need help on your journey. Please like and subscribe. Like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And you can also Instagram me or DM me on Instagram, okay? I'll see you in the next video. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.